Before we get into this video, I would just like to say that this is a type of video that not only did I completely not plan to make today, but also I quite enjoyed making. So what I'm gonna say is if you guys want to see this made into a series, wait, I should probably actually say what the video is. So, in this video, I'm basically just going to tell you guys the story about how I pre-ordered a PS5, and I know at the start it just sounds like I'm rambling, which I am, but trust me, later in the video I do tell you about how I pre-ordered a PS5. And I really kind of want to make this into a series, where I just kind of chill, it's a nice chill sit-down video, where I tell you guys some stories, and stuff like that. I know quite a lot of people do that, and they tend to do quite well on other people's channels, and clearly that means they would do well on my channel also. I just kind of want to do it, so like this video if you want to see that, but let's be honest, I'll probably do it anyway. And comment down below things, if you're excited for Cold War on PS5. Let's go into the video. Black Ops Cold War is just 1 day-ish away, and I am so excited. I've got it ready on my PlayStation. It's there, it's right there, I can see it right there. And it's really tempting, but I can't, well, it's not really tempting. I really want to play it, but I can't. Modern Warfare is gone, deleted the game. Obviously the game still, you guys can still play it if you have it for whatever reason. But yeah, it's not a great game, is it? Yeah, a couple days ago I put out a tweet saying that Modern Warfare was getting deleted, and I have deleted it. I can't play it anymore. I don't really want to play it anymore, to be honest. So we're just gonna take this version of the game. We're just gonna check over there because we don't need it. We don't want to play it. It's not a great COD. Honestly, I used to enjoy the game. I did used to enjoy the game. When it first came out, it was a really good COD, and from a technical standpoint, it looked like it was going to be one of the best CODs, and it started off that way. It started off looking like it was going to be an incredibly good game. It was good. It was enjoyable. And then it just kind of it went bad. But as much as I personally don't like playing the game anymore, I can't really fault it because it brought COD back. It brought the hype back. In particular, Warzone. I think Warzone's definitely saved us, and Black Ops Cold War is, at least from what I've seen, an incredibly anticipated game. One of the most anticipated games we've seen in a little while. Apparently, the beta was one of the most played betas ever, not just Call of Duty, but just in all games, which is pretty big, and I'm really excited for that game. I really am. It's gonna be good. I love the beta. I love the alpha as well. It felt really good. I know I don't want to overhype the game, but this does happen a lot. When a game comes out, I'm always trying to be positive because I want the game to be good, so I'll say it's good. But honestly, I genuinely feel like this game could be incredible. It's a Black Ops game. I've always trusted Treyarch. They're by far the best developers in my opinion. There hasn't been a Black Ops game that I haven't enjoyed. Black Ops 4 was a game that a lot of people didn't enjoy. A lot of people did enjoy, myself included. I absolutely loved Black Ops 4. I played it a lot. Black Ops 3, in my opinion, was the best Call of Duty game ever. It was definitely the one I played the most, and it was one of the first games that I was really excited for. It was the first COD game I ever pre-ordered. So I didn't play the beta because I didn't know you could at the time, to be honest. Black Ops 2 was an incredible game. Definitely second favorite for me, or yeah, second favorite for me. Black Ops 1, slightly weaker multiplayer. Not my favorite multiplayer of all time, but the campaign is by far my favorite in the series, and it was my first campaign I ever played. So it's pretty big. But Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 in particular, fantastic games, and then Black Ops 4, the multiplayer and competitive, in my opinion, was really good. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Treyarch, and I really hope that they can make a huge game here, and I'm really excited for Cold War when it launches on PS4, and then a week-ish, well, less than a week I guess, later, on the PS5, which I have pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the digital edition. I did, that must have been a couple months back now. I was really lucky to get one because I know there are so many people, literally thousands of people, that couldn't get PlayStations. I was really lucky because everyone knows that the release was a bit of a shambles. They just came out of nowhere. Everyone just started dropping them. And they were just, you know, they were going, but not many people knew they were even out. So it's just people that happened to be scrolling through would just see it and buy it. And so it was a bit of a shambles. Even Sony admitted themselves it wasn't a great release. It was a bit all over the place, and most people would agree with that. But I was fortunate. I was looking. It was eventually Argos that I got it off. I remember that obviously, and they weren't gonna do theirs until the day after. Because they had said this. They weren't gonna do their pre-orders until the day after. But the thing is, I didn't have a time. I didn't know when they were going to do it. At this point, it was a couple hours after the PlayStations on Amazon, GameStop if you're in America. All these PlayStations and the whole shambles happened. But we knew these ones were coming out the next day, but we assumed at midnight. So I stayed up until probably quite late, and probably until about half one in the morning, just refreshing Argos, going to Twitter, checking if anyone else has been able to see them on Argos, and most people were saying no, they're not there, they're just not available, but they weren't telling us what time they were going to be available. We didn't have any clue of what time they were going to be available. They could have just randomly dropped them 4 a.m. It could have been the next, it could be 12 hours from now at noon. It could be the next day, like midnight tonight. It could be, I never knew. Didn't have a clue when it was coming out. I just knew it's today. Well, not actually, you know what I mean. So eventually, I kept seeing on Twitter, there was a couple people that were like, oh, I'm through, here's a link. And I'm like, no, it's like maybe some people managed to glitch through and get one, but I was sure they weren't going to come out, and most people had started guessing 8 a.m. because apparently a couple members of the support team dropped 8 a.m. But they weren't giving us a complete time, so I said, forget it, I'm going to wake up at 5 in the morning, and if they've already dropped and they're sold out, I'm going to be really annoyed. I had all the money ready. I was completely ready to buy it. As soon as it dropped, I could get it, but I was like, I have to go to sleep, I'm so tired, I'm not waiting up all night for this. So I woke up at 5 a.m. and I went on my computer. At first I looked on my phone and they weren't there. I looked at my phone and I kept refreshing on my phone. I was doing this like every 5 minutes. I was just refreshing on my phone, but I was so tired I didn't want to go up on my PC. And then at one point I refreshed. I think it was maybe 6:30 in the morning. I refreshed and boom, they were there. They were just there. Like I remember I searched up PlayStation 5 and it wasn't there. I refreshed again and then it said PlayStation 5 pre-order now. So I clicked on that and it came up with all the PS5 things, the controller, the digital, the normal, everything was there, the webcam, headset, everything. So I went to the digital edition and at first I was so scared because I had the exact amount. I had like £361 in my bank account. And you guys know the digital edition was £306. I don't know what this video's even become. But right now, I didn't know what I was going to do going into this video. I've talked about how much I hate Modern Warfare, about Black Ops Cold War being good, and now I'm on about pre-ordering a PlayStation. I clicked on the thing, I went to pre-order and all that, and all I see right there, sitting right in front of me, $4.99 delivery. I was like, oh my god, I don't have enough money in my account. I'm gonna have to get some money somehow. So at this point, pretty much everyone in my family was asleep. So I was texting my dad. I was like, Dad, can you transfer me a couple of quid so I can get this? But then I don't know why I did this, but I just refreshed it again and it was free delivery. So perfect, free delivery, I've got it. And then I was trying to do it on my phone, I was trying to edit stuff, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna boot up my PC, because my PC's pretty good, it can boot up pretty quick. So I booted up the PC, I got it all ready, it was still there, thank god, the option's still there. I got to it, I entered all my details, shipping details, bank details, all that sort of stuff, until I got to like authorizing my bank. I clicked it and there must have been a spinning circle for 20-30 minutes, maybe more. And I was just sat there in my chair, I was like rocking, I was scared. I didn't know whether I was going to get it or not. And then after 20-30 minutes, the site crashed. I was like, no, I'm not going to get it. Not going to get it. I sat there for 5 minutes. I was trying to boot the site back up. And the site at this point just wasn't booting up. There were obviously too many people trying to pre-order PlayStations. And it wasn't happening. Because at this point, Argos was literally the last place still selling PlayStations. And apparently, Lordsy actually, on Twitter, he actually messaged me on Twitter saying that he was also trying to get it that same time. And he wasn't able to get one. They were all sold out, so. But then 5 minutes after sitting here after the site crashed, I got a confirmation email from Argos saying, thank you, your order's been placed for PlayStation 5. And at that point, I had done it. The money had gone from my account, and I had a confirmation email in front of me. So I guess that's the story of how I got my PlayStation 5, or how I pre-ordered a PlayStation 5, because I've seen these videos banging, and I think I know I'm going to title this video now. I think I'm going to title it, how I got my PlayStation 5, and I'm going to absolutely bang the views, and that's a pretty thick title. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you want a PlayStation 5 unboxing on the day of release, make sure to smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe with post notifications on so you can see that the very second it comes out. Also, when Black Ops Cold War launches at midnight, I will be playing it at midnight, but I won't be recording or streaming because it'll be midnight, yeah. So technically, my first game that I upload will not be my first game. That's kind of besides the point. Anyway, thank you for watching, and in a bit.